Welcome back, survivors. It's Shit1 here. In today's video, we are going to be covering the Magmasaur. Stick around to the end because this guy is an absolute beast, and this is definitely one of the first creatures that you should tame in Ark. In this video, we're going to teach you how to tame, where to find, what to level, how to use, how to PvP, all this great stuff. And there's a bunch of tips and tricks with the Magmasaur that people just generally don't know about that I do, and I'm going to teach you all of this fancy stuff. So stick around to the end. So first things first is preparation, okay? What you actually need to tame a Magmasaur. Okay, these guys are egg dinosaurs, much like the wyvern. How the first time you're to tame them, so you got to go grab their egg, okay? So all you need to do this really is a Maywing, and that's it. You can use a plethora of different things, or a Desmo is also very good, but Maywing works wonders, okay? You can find their eggs on Genesis in the volcano biome inside the volcano. You can also find them on Lost Island, which is a great spot to do that as well. There's two spots over there. I'll put them on screen now. And then also on Fjordor, which is arguably one of the easiest ones compared to Lost Island. Lost Island's pretty easy as well, but we're just gonna do the Fjordor one. You can find it right here at the Wyvern Trench. Okay, you're just gonna come all the way down right here to these purple rocks, and we're gonna glide right on in here, and we're just gonna follow this. We're just going to follow this cavern, this cave, all the way down, okay? And at the very end of this cave, there's going to be Magmasaur eggs that we want. As you can see, there's a bunch of Magmasaurs down here, and there's a lot of eggs that we want, okay? So there's two ways to do this, okay? You can shotgun all these Magmasaurs. Oh! And, you know, just kind of kill them all. Or you could just be a G and, you know, do it like a gangster and kind of just swoop down in here and like this and just boom, in, out, you're done. Before the Magmasaurs can even attack you, and then like that, we're gone. Boom. Easy peasy. Like a ninja, right? So, we've officially acquired... Oh, that almost killed me. That almost killed me. So, we've officially got our egg. So, now let's actually go and tame them up, right? Oh, level 5. How disappointing. So, how we're actually going to tame this Magmasaur is we're just going to throw the egg in the egg incubator, okay? Right in here, and we're just going to wait till it's ready to incubate. Now, while it's waiting to incubate, okay, what we have to do is you can't feed these guys meat when they're babies. You have to feed them ambergris, okay? The only place you can get ambergris is in the lunar biome on Genesis 1 at these weird little glowy rocks that also give you element at the same time. So yeah, if you don't have the Genesis Part 1 map, that sucks for you. Psych! I'm just joking. You can also find them at the very, very, very deep depths of Fjordor. At the very bottom of Fjordor, you can find some ambergris in the bottom ocean. So if you're not pay to win and you need to unfortunately go get this ambergris on Fjordor, okay, you can come to this little whale spot right here on Fjordor, and this marks the under ocean. Okay, you're also going to see all these like little hexagonal pillars sticking out of the water, and this has how you know you're at the entrance of the underwater ocean. I'm in GCM mode, but have fun getting all the way down here. It is not a fun adventure at all, because not only is this incredibly deep, you'd definitely be dead in real life, but once you get down here, there's all sorts of friendly creatures just waiting for you, like Mosasaurus, Alpha Mosasaurus, Tusatusius, everything that you could just name and love underneath the sun, right? Everything that just makes your heart happy and everything easy in life. Okay, so once you get down here, you can find element ore, which is very, very nice. But at these little, like, rocks with this yellow, like, glowy stuff on it, it will also give you ambergris. So yeah, have fun getting down here with all these Mosasaurs. Can't wait to see you guys struggling with that one there, pal. Since you're too broke to go buy Genesis Part 1. Anyways, now that we have this ambergris, guess what? We're ready to hatch, okay? So let's go hatch our Magmasaurs, okay? Let's go hatch the higher level one. I think it was like 25 or something. It was not high level at all, right? So, yeah, 28. Once you get this Magmasaur, okay, all you want to do is throw the ambergris inside of it and just wait. It takes a long time for this guy to eat the ambergris, but he eats it as a baby. Once he gets older, you can feed them stone and metal, which is definitely a lot nicer than ambergris, okay? Actually, I was just joking. You can also feed them sulfur. Sorry for the troll. But generally, you should be feeding them ambergris. It's just better overall. It'll take a lot of sulfur. So anyways, getting into it, right? Let's get into this guy's stats, right? The juicy stuff, okay? The only one stat that really matters on the Magmasaur, and that's this bad boy right here. Melee damage, okay? Melee damage. on the Magmasaur is all you want to level for a variety of different reasons. None of these other stats matter. Okay, we just melee damage purely. Okay, melee damage on a 150 perfect tame Magmasaur, we are looking at 200. Good melee damage, you're looking at 250, and a great phenomenal melee damage, you're looking at about 300. Okay. Alright, so now let's actually go over this guy's game-breaking, juicy abilities, okay? And the first one being the fact that he is the best metal gatherer in the game, okay? Besides the Strider, of course, but he is twice as good as the Anki when it comes to farming. He gets twice as much per node, and he gets 3 times as much per node than an Ascendant mining drill. So, very good at gathering metal for sure, okay? He also has a 75% weight reduction when it comes to metal, which is unlike the Anki's 85%, so it's a slight little drawback, but it's still very strong. Okay, he also has a 50% weight reduction for Ambergris, but that's just kind of useless, to be honest. Ambergris isn't way too much, really. Anyways, getting into his abilities, if you click left click, it's just standard attack, right use just to farm. It does a considerable amount of damage, about like 150, 200 per swipe. Nothing crazy, right? Definitely not going to be out here PvPing with that, right? Then he has his space ability, which is this taunt ability, which looks dope as hell, right? Super cool, but is honestly not very good, and you really do not want to press this, especially if you're farming metal and aberration, because everything on that map just is absolute ace and wants to kill you. And so what this ability actually does, it makes all the creatures that are around you come and attack you, much like rare flowers, identical to rare flowers, for 15 seconds. So probably don't want to use that. Okay, now here's where it starts to get very interesting and game breaking. Okay, so not only is he the best metal gatherer in the game by beating the Anki by double per node, okay, but he's also better than the Arthropleura at his own job. So this Shearing Spit ability, okay, if you charge this thing up, this does an insane amount of damage to structures and to players alike. Okay, this does about anywhere from 1 to 5k damage depending on the creature that you're attacking. It's all percentage based, so it's the values change on each Shearing Spit that you'll shoot depending on what you're shooting, but about 1 to 5,000 damage is what you should be if that huge fireball lands. Okay, if you charge it up all the way, that's what you should be expecting. Okay, the more Shearing Spit that you charge, the bigger the impact is, but the slower the volley, and also the bigger like AoE the radius is as well. So like the more rocks that it's going to spew out on the side once it actually lands. As you can see there's like a bunch of little rocks. But now if you shoot a little one, like this one for example, it'll only have like 1 or 2 little rocks, and it shoots way faster. The impact damage is a little bit less too, but nothing crazy. So if you're using this as an Arthropleura to clear out spam, you just want to hold the right click and just max that thing out, right? That way you can do the most damage to it as possible. This also takes 1 metal ingot, so another reason why you want to max out the Shearing Spit. And also, one more broken thing about the Shearing Spit is for 3 to 5 seconds after the Shearing Spit lands, it leaves tar pits on the ground that are covered in, you know, that give the inflamed status effect, which is absolutely nuts. If you don't know what the inflamed status effect is, well, let me just tell you what it's supposed to do. Okay, I think the Magmasaur is bugged on it, but what the inflamed status effect does is it does 20 to 25% of your entire HP, which is absolutely nuts. That is ridiculous. So if you had 100k HP over a 10-second time period, if you had 100k HP, this would do like 25,000 damage every 10 seconds, but it doesn't work like that. Like I said before, it's about 1,000 to 5,000. And this inflamed ability right here, this caps at 100 damage per tick on the human. So okay, that didn't pop, but I'm in GCM mode. It's only can do 100 damage tick when you walk into it, which is still nuts, but it's not nearly as crazy. Okay, now also, so his next ability is this ability right here. This thing isn't really too crazy. It used to be crazy because it used to damage the structures, but not anymore. But you used to literally just sit on top of people's bases and drop all these rocks on top of them and like just wreck their base. You can still do that with this thing right here, with the Shearing Spit. But what this ability does, all these rocks do about 40 damage per hit, and also leaves the tar pits on the ground, which causes the inflamed status effect. And there's a bunch of these little rocks, and as you can see, you can spam this. Okay, So that is very, very nice, especially for, you know, AoE. Okay, his next ability is also in the Searing Spit. So if this Searing Spit is charged up, you're going to see the Magmasaur, it gets flaming hot. So if anything even comes next to you, it'll actually start to take damage and start to get burnt, like alive, like burnt to a crisp if something even just comes in your vicinity during this. So that's very interesting to note, okay? Also, since your Magmasaur is flaming hot, he is immune to getting freeze. Magmasaur prevent freezes, okay? This stops Managarmers from freezing you. This stops Snow Owls from freezing your Magmasaur, which is very, very nice. And, you know, that's kind of absolutely nuts. You know, that's very, very good. Okay, his next ability is the fact that you can actually smelt things right inside of the Magmasaur's inventory. So as you can see, he runs pretty fast like this, but if you turn on the smelting, you cannot run anymore, you can only walk. But he will actually just start smelting the metal, and he can also cook food in your inventory as well. Like if I were to put food in here, he cooks it as well. This works about the same exact rate as a little bit faster than one refining forge, so that's kind of nice. Nothing crazy. I wouldn't recommend to, you know, be smelting, because I'd recommend just throw them all in your industrial forge and get the metal as fast as you can. So that's just something nice as well. He also has an ability to where if you're in the saddle, you cannot take any damage from external threats, including lava. Even if you are swimming in lava, he cannot take like any damage, which is nice. As you can see, I'm fully submerged in this lava right here, and my player is just chilling because the saddle is just so good. So that's very, very nice, but it's just kind of like an add-on feature. There's not going to be many benefits to that unless you're living in like a lava rat hole or something, so, and you're a weirdo. Some of the things to mention is you can actually set your Magmasaur into turret mode, which is a very, very cool. Okay, in turret mode, right, he will do every single attack, his taunt, his Searing Spit, he'll charge them up, he'll do the AoE attack if they get close, so that's very, very strong as well, having your Magmasaur in turret mode, just to, you know, do an extra 1 to 5k damage depending on what he hits. But it's very easy to dodge the Searing Spit when they charge it up, so I don't know, that's kind of up to you. Just something to note. This guy's actually got a lot of features on him, and so some other features that he's got is this Searing Spit ability you cannot do while you are fully submerged in lava, and you can also not do it while you are fully submerged in water. So that is something interesting to note. And it also, depending on where you're at and the biome that you're in, will also depend on how fast it charges. So if you're like in a hot biome, this charges at 2.5 seconds to max out the Searing Spit, and then boom, you're good to go. If you're in the snow biome, then it'll take a full 10 seconds for the Searing Spit to charge. So that's just something interesting to know. In order to breed the Magmasaurs, you actually have to breed both of them in lava, which is kind of like annoying, but it is what it is, I guess. Right, so you're just going to want to put them both in the lava and let them sit in here. Enable them both on mating and just kind of let them, you know, do their thing. This will not work if you don't have them completely submerged in lava, so make sure you do. This is kind of a good spot on the map right over here on Fjordor, right above the Desmo Cave. So, but yeah, 100% this guy is really, really, really strong, okay, with being one of the best metal gatherers in the game besides the Strider, doubling Anki, tripling the mining drill, which is an ascendant mining drill, which is absolutely fucking nuts. Okay, he's also better than the Arthropleura at his own game, which is also nuts. So one of the best spam clears in the game, and he can also do a considerable amount of damage if you land one of these Searing Spit attacks, which is very, very nice. Nothing really crazy, but I would highly suggest every tribe to have a Magmasaur as soon as possible. Yeah, you will absolutely not regret taming this dinosaur, and you will love every second of it. So yeah, with that, that's pretty much the video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, because that'd mean an absolute world to me. Currently on a mission to reach 500 subscribers, so any person I get just means a lot. Other than that, peace out, and may God bless you all.